Hi everyone, I'm going to talk about biometrics and its future and how secure they are and what are the security concerns while using the biometrics. And starting with the biometrics, actually, what are biometrics? Uh, these are of two types, and one is physiological, and other one is behavior. Physiological is like um, fingerprint or retinal scan and our face scan. Those are physiological features so that the systems can identify by our physical parts, and the behavioral patterns are like the style of how we talk or our voice recognition. And also there's one more thing that is the keyboard dynamics. uh, the style of typing keyboard will be unique for each person, so that can be also used for the biometric authentication. Mm. And stepping on to the next topic, and not stepping next stage, and how do biometrics work? Actually, at first they capture the details of our fingerprint. Take example, they just capture the fingerprint and they will store the reference in the system. But um, old systems was storing the images. Nowadays, they are not storing the images because those can violate the privacy concerns. Because if the hackers get access to this data, then they can get our personal detail, so that they are using codes for uh, identifying the unique patterns in our fingerprints or face. And this is the first time when we are registering a fingerprint, but after like when we are buying a thing or logging into our account, then they will match that with your already existing one. And if it's matched, then we get the we grant they give the access. That's how the biometrics works. And the parts we can biometrics is the main thing is smartphones, because biometrics have been common in smartphones since I think those since a decade that biometrics have come in smartphones. Nowadays, most of the smartphones have fingerprint and face lock, and those are the very widely used biometrics in today's world. And other sectors that we can use biometrics is the banking and payments. When when we are doing a financial transaction, then we can verify it with the our fingerprint or face unlock face and banking systems. This will help to uh, confirm that we are the correct person that can do that action. And it is also used in airports. They will scan our face before the boarding, and it can help them to decrease the waiting times, and also uh, helps to become more securable. And the other thing is healthcare. We can use um, biometrics in healthcare, like for nurses. I think they have to um, give the fingerprint authentication for reading a person's log, so that the information we can make sure that the information is not leaked. That's how they are used in the medical field, and also in law enforcement. Biometric can be used to verify that this individual is the correct one by police or any other law enforcements. And the advantages of biometrics are because it is more secure and we don't need to remember it like passwords or pin. It is very quite fast compared to the time that we take for typing the password, and also we don't have to remember that, and it's secure because a password can be seen by another person, but a fingerprint can be copied by another one. And uh, then talking about the challenges of disease, everything is not perfect because um, they have their own set of challenges and privacy concerns because data privacy is the main one. Mm, Storing and managing this data from a fingerprint or something is very risky because if hackers get access it and get access of that, then we can change that like the passwords that we use. We have because our personal details are stolen by them forever. We can take it back or change that. That's a major risk in this. And like talking about accuracy, uh, no, no, none of the biometric systems that we use are 100% accurate because mm, while in low light conditions, it may not work well and it may not recognize our face. Also, if we change a hairstyle or when we wear a spec, then they can't confirm that you are the right person. I think today's smartphones have been updated like they do that with glasses or without glasses. But in some situations, or if we have a sibling, even if it's a girl and a boy, but if their face patterns match, then uh, they both will be granted access. So that's a concern. I personally experienced that because my sister can unlock my phone with her face, but I have always set my face on the face unlock. So that's another issue. And also, it can be used for the surveillance, like in public spaces. We can use face recognition for finding some people by the government or something like that. And after that, the cost for implementing this is very high because they are more very advanced systems. And uh, the thing that the smartphones are the thing that we get these biometrics at the least price because they are wholly packed by the company. That's why we get a more lower price, and there's also many competition. That's why they are giving it at a very lower price. And the future of biometrics is that things like uh, if if a person can make a fingerprint like us, like ours, then he can get the access of it. But what if we can implement the face unlock and fingerprint it at the same time? Like if I am using the fingerprint, then I should also use my face to scan the camera. And when these both actions match at the same time, then only we will get this. So we can make sure that this is the right person and not the another one trying to fake our fingerprint. So that's multimodal biometrics in incoming world. Or some companies are using that already, but in after some time, it will be also used by the smartphones because they are also the camera and the biometrics, so it can be used very easily. And the popular biometric system that is like contactless fingerprint or face that gain popular. when during the time of COVID-19 because they do not want a contact between to that surface. It can verify without the contact. And also there are other technologies in wearables like smartwatches. They can identify each person's heartbeat, like the heartbeat. And it can distinguish between the heartbeats of each person, so they can confirm that if it's the right person or not. Also, Mm, they can use the wearables can be used to check check if there are any marks in our skin or skin patterns. So that's also a biometric authentication. In in conclusion to that, biometrics is still in not in still development, but it has many. It has many room for improvement, and it is not 100% accurate now, but after some time or after 1 or 2 years, it will be the most secure system authentication in the world, I think. Without the encryption, encryption is the most advanced security now, but according to our personal authentication biometrics, thus the multimodal, so the wearables that I talked before will be the best biometrics, so most secure biometrics in the coming years. And that's all about this video. Thank you.